Angela here, and I have a journal share for you guys tonight. I'm trying to get this done while there's still a little bit of daylight left. This is take 2 because I apparently can't stop talking. So this I am calling my Lilac, Lavender, Violet journal. It is all purple. And let me tell you, went through pads and pads and pads of scrapbook paper. There is a serious lack of purple paper. So this is full of cardstock and hand-painted papers and papers that I sprayed with a number of purple inks and paints and such, specifically for this journal. So it is 2 signatures, 2 quite large signatures, and 104 pages front and back. This puppy just grew and grew and grew, and I couldn't stop adding to it. There are 40 tucks, 2 large center signature pockets. I have included 4 altered paper clips, 32 journaling cards, and 15 tags. It measures 5 5/8 by 7 7/8, and the spine is just about 7/8 of an inch. I probably should have gone a bit bigger on it, but originally I was planning on doing just a small, cute little purple journal that became a monster in its own. The cover is a very thick file folder that I covered with tissue paper and a number of purple paints and Mod Podge, and it almost has a leather-like appearance to it with the different textures as well as the different colors of purple. And the 2 signatures I sewed directly into the spine and then covered it with this cardstock that I Mod Podged onto it. So it kind of has that book look to it. Book look. I'm Dr. Seuss. Oh goodness, it's been a long day. Getting a little silly. Alright, so the closure is just a hairband with a couple of vintage buttons stacked onto each other and sewn through a few eyelets directly into the book. The hair ties also through an eyelet, so it's not going to rip through. The inside cover is just cardstock, again, that's been Mod Podged on. And these flowers and feathers here are just covering the eyelets from sewing in the buttons on the front. So I'm going to try and go through this kind of quick. It is chock full of yummy goodness. All of the journaling cards are different size index cards that I either hand painted or sprayed. I have a number of postcard ones that I've done, as well as butterflies throughout the entire journal. It's pretty much purple with flowers, feathers, and butterflies galore. If that's not your thing, you're probably not going to like it. So yeah. The stamps I used in the journal are Tim Holtz, the Michaels $1.50, which is the Studio G Hampton Arts, and then I used this one by Crafty Individuals. It's a UK company, I guess. I'd never heard of it, but I stumbled upon it at my local scrapbook outlet. So yeah, super cute. Anyhow, we'll get right in here. Starting off with altered paper clip. There we go. Feathers, flowers, and butterflies. This is a wood veneer butterfly that I colored with some Lindy's Stamp Gang spray. And just a homemade enamel dot there. I've got different size index cards and journaling cards with all the different stamps. Used a number of different inks. Also used just some good old Crayola washable markers. Colored on the stamps to stamp and give it kind of a watercolory effect. Lots of tuck spots, doilies. The tags are topped with a couple of different things, some circles and some other odds and ends. I had originally planned on using these as tabs for the sides of the journal, but it had already gotten so big, there was no way those tabs were getting added on. So yeah, it is just variations of purples, and this is where this tag goes, this belly band here, snug one. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh goodness, I can't even get this one in there. Good grief, Charlie Brown. There we go. All right. So, variations of purple, feathers, flowers, some sequins, lots of tuck spots, pockets. I left some flowers white, just for some contrast. All flat back pearl. I tried to keep dimensional things more to the sides, as to not interfere with journaling and writing in the book. No coffee dye paper, so it's all acid free and photo safe. Banner tuck. This is a Fisker's Butterfly Punch. Since I used cardstock, I think that's what added a lot of bulk to this journal. I usually don't use cardstock so much through a journal for pages. But when you want purple and you have limited options, you do what you do. So yeah, just full of painted papers, all the tags, hand painted, hand colored. It's kind of girly in the sense of just the feathers and flowers and butterflies. Some of the tags, the center pole here is a little off center. I did them a little wonky here and there, just because, a little interesting. Another altered paper clip here. More feathers, flowers, and butterflies. Center signature pocket. So you have the large pocket here and a little tuck spot here. This was actually a page that was supposed to go in the journal, but it was a little too small, so I cut it in half and then folded it for just extra journaling spot. Some of the tags have a little different pull on them, just for added interest. I love this belly band. This one turned out really cute, I think. I also have a number of vintage buttons throughout the journal as well. For flower centers, this one here is just a gold glittery one. I snipped off the back and glued it down for the center. A couple of tags here. Back here, Michael's doily. It's a really dark, dark purple. I love it. And there is some of this magenta kind of thrown into with the purples, as well as just little hints of blue to add a little extra interest as well. A couple of tags, journaling card, another altered paper clip. So just a couple of banners with layered flowers, some flatback pearls, a little pearl sprig, and feathers. Another corner tuck spot here. So there's lots of purple, lots of feathers, flowers, and butterflies through the whole journal, and I try to leave lots of journaling. I personally prefer to write on paper like this that has been colored or sprayed, as opposed to just plain white paper. And if it's a little darker, then I'll use a white paint pen or something. You slap some photos down. Do whatever you'd like. Large tag and some white flowers with the vintage button for the center. And a little tuck. The more I did this journal, the more I kept adding, and I could not help myself, could not stop myself. Kept adding more tags and more journaling cards. Another flower here with another vintage button. So, the more I worked on this journal, the more I fell in love with that. I have a tendency to do that recently with the journals I've been making. Sometimes I become a little too emotionally attached and I can't seem to let them go. I love this belly band. I think this one turned out really cute. All the layers of flowers. And this one's just a cute little index journaling card. Oh dear. There we go. And this is the last altered paper clip. So I did the banners again. Feathers, flowers, and butterflies, of course. However, I did add this trim yarn. It was a really, really bright hot pink that I sprayed with some purple dye and turned to kind of this fuchsia magenta color. So, and then this butterfly has been sprayed with a Lindy Stamp Gang. So it has that shimmer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Heidi Swap doily there with just some scallop circles layered. And a few more tags and journaling cards. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Have a good day.